How long gone? Super Tuesday, them jeans. What's Gucci?
Yeah, sorry, I came on a little bit late. It's shipping and receiving day here at KFO Industries. Got some shoots coming up, so I got DHL, I got WorldNet, I got UPS.
When are you gonna nut up and tell her to do her job, or is that not really an option?
We do her job together, Chris. And no, I mean the reason why I'm doing this is because she is on set today. So normally she's receiving all of these things, but today, she's on set and I'm doing a little receiving. So sometimes, I turn the on-air sign here on at How Long Gone, and then ding dong, you know what I mean?
Ding dong.
Ding dong, and these motherfuckers, we need signatures, photos, last four of the social on some of these garments,
What do I need? You got ID on you, sir? We just need to check it. Just give us 1 second.
But yeah, I'm good. Still riding high off of our last episode when we were talking about, the ballroom of it all. I know we have a few minutes on the intro, so we can save most of it for our guest. But I was saying, like, maybe a theory is Trump really does just like ball so much. And I've been reading more on it. There's more so like an underground bunker underneath the ballroom with like AI drone control missiles or whatever. But there's a quote, they interviewed him after the shooting, and Trump said, "I see so many tuxedos and beautiful dresses. It was a little different of an evening than we thought, but we're going to do it again." I still think he really does love a beautiful, elegant ball.
I don't think he knows what elegant means based on what I've seen. I think he does like what you were talking about.
Palm Beach elegant.
I think PB elegant is a different vibe. I think
PB Elegant Industries, bitch.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. I think there's definitely some truth to that. I think that the reasoning is probably flawed somehow if we get into it, as far as like why he actually likes it. It's not going to be like because the chicks look hot in dresses and I look good in a tuxedo. You know what I mean? It's going to be something a little more sinister.
I want it to be like a deep childhood trauma thing, like when he was a kid and he would have to go to these balls all the time, and the ball is the only time where mommy and daddy aren't hitting me or whatever, whatever it is. So that's why he really believes that ballrooms will make the world heal again.
I think his father hates him, so his mom probably hates him too. So there could be something where his dad was at the ball, who knows, fundraising events.
And then also a callback to the Scientology speed running. A friend of the show, Asim, an old DJ friend of mine, he mentioned that now all these groups of teens are trying to break into the Church of Scientology. This is the perfect sort of vehicle for Tom Cruise to bring back one more Mission Impossible. He has to defend HQ against all these Edgars in Yoshi fuzzy costumes.
Like, I honestly don't even know how to respond to that. I can't talk about furry stuff. You know what I mean? Like Yoshi's, like that kind of stuff. I get lost a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know how to feel about it, because I want people to be able to express themselves however they want. Okay. But also, you're a disgusting freak. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of it's tough for me personally.
What's the age cutoff, though? What's the furry age cutoff? Because every once in a while, you're hanging out. Oh, my kid identifies as a hedgehog this week. We just kind of go along with it. Versus like, my kid is a hedgehog for life. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's probably, it feels like, I don't know, 15. I feel like it's.
What if every state had a furry age of consent?
They should be worried more about that than some shit they worried about. You think I give a fuck about a trans athlete? Get these furries off the fucking streets, bro. I don't care who's swimming. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, they got it all fucked up. They got us fucked up.
Do the Fur Olympics? I'll be tuning into that shit. I'll get Peacock Plus for that shit.
How much we got to pay for the Fur Olympics?
I was reading something maybe a month ago, and the discourse was that people are sleeping on furries, but a lot of them are like quite wealthy and really live these sort of baller lifestyles. They rent out these elaborate like White Lotus resort mansions and they take over the whole shit.
I think that's the problem. We forget. I definitely agree. I think that rich people are the only ones that can afford to act that stupid. Like if you own a fucking very successful, shipping company in Wisconsin and you got millions of dollars and you're a little freak, then you can do, who cares? Like that, there's no, you got nothing else to live for.
It's one of those things, you meet him at the dinner party and you're like, wow, that's a really interesting, you were so boring before and now I found out that you're a furry that makes you really interesting. I also don't have any further questions. I have no real desire to explore that very interesting theme that defines you.
I don't want to share this butter with you at all. just so we're clear. I don't know where those hands have been.
Get some hair in my split pea. Is that fur?
God damn it!
I'm hypoallergenic. Don't worry.
I got fur in my burrata. I heard Matt Bellany talking about being at the thing. It was so funny. He was talking about being at the correspondence dinner, and he was like, "Yeah, I was there with my kid, and then I went back to the hotel, and the nerdy guy from Bloomberg was like, oh, were you?" Was the kid? He's like, nah, he's fine, whatever. He just completely was like, nah, whatever. We explained it to him, but he kept calling it a burrata salad. Which I don't, obviously I'm not an expert here, but I've never heard, is that a phrase that, because I know what burrata is and I know what a salad is. A burrata salad sounds like burrata sitting on top of some unnecessary greens, or am I mistaken? Is there a burrata?
No, I don't think you're mistaken, Chris. I think a burrata is an ingredient in a salad.
Got it.
But to call it a burrata salad, I think what they just mean, it's probably some version of like a caprese salad.
Sure.
But it has the burrata instead of the mozzarella.
Okay.
Which is just a ball of mozzarella fresh that's been injected, like my Retta, with just some simple heavy whipping cream, some Italian cream, so that shit,
of course,
gets all gushy on the inside.
No, I was
like
just
Sexy Red song.
I was like, I don't think that's correct. I don't. Matt's not a foodie. You know what I mean? He's too busy talking about the Paramount takeover or whatever. But I was.
He's got one eye. He's got one headphone in. And he's got AM radio for the Angels game.
That's real talk though. He's only half podcasting because he's on MLB.com checking the boxes.
Yeah, Matt, he's at the bar. He's like, you get no Michelob Ultras at all. Okay, what kind of fucking dinner is this?
You're gonna make me eat burrata with no Michelob Ultra? This is fucking bullshit. I can't do both now. I like a pairing. You know that.
This is cash, bro. This place is cash.
I like it. I haven't heard cash in a while. We gotta bring that back. That's good. This place is fucking cash. That's some cash, bro.
I agree. So, what's going on? Yeah, I was one cooking thing. All that burrata got me thinking. I'm always predicting what's the next food trend. We have all these mayonnaises and sauces. We got the truffle sauces, the Molly Baz mayonnaises and things. I'm thinking gravy is going to be the next sauce. We're gonna realize that gravy is actually very good for you.
Nobody wants that, bro. Gravy is gravy, and maybe I'm mistaken. And this is my own trauma.
It's a protein sauce,
but it feels too fat boy to make a comeback right now. Even though I know that it's necessarily not. Pouring a heavy brown sauce on top of your food feels fat boy. It's spiritually fat. It's spiritually fat no matter what the truth is.
I agree, but I think there's enough people out there who want that spiritually fatty kick of an unctuous gravy.
Do not say unctuous gravy. God damn it. It sounds like boy.
Come on, bro.
Unctuous gravy? What the fuck? That sounds like a guy who opened for MF Doom, bro. You can't be talking about unctuous gravy like that.
They did like the Pacific Northwest with Primus in '97.
No, it was a short run. It was like Seattle.
No, but it can be. You can make gravy.
Oh, I know.
You can get some like Erewhon bone broth, rich with minerals and collagen for all of our female listeners right there who have removed all of the fat from their face. Get it back in there, and it has all that flavor of the protein. You just add in a little cornstarch, just like a gator tail's bump's worth of cornstarch. It thickens up, not too much. And cornstarch is basic,
Yeah, sure.
a quarter, half a teaspoon is not it has like 10 calories. It's not gluten-free.
It's a freebie. Okay. Well,
so, watch the space. I'm going to be innovating. Maybe I'll make a gravy video soon, but we need to take gravy back.
I don't know if
it's a sauce that we're sleeping on.
I would say maybe wait. I know that you have your predictions, but I would say gravy as we move into the warmer months is even less likely.
Timing's not perfect.
Timing's not great. I'm not saying maybe you should have held this one until North Face season, but
also, I love a challenge.
Sure,
and, it's like summer gravy, right?
Exactly. It's like when you go to the Middle East and it's 150 degrees and they want you to drink hot tea because it cools you. I'm sure it's true. I'm sure it's true, but I don't know if I personally believe that. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's true.
After the beach volleyball sesh, we're going to go no fish tacos, guys.
Exactly.
No chips and guac. We're going to cool down with a nice bison gravy.
Fuck. Also, I mean, could a gravy in a Stanley, could that replace sort of the bone broth of today? You know what I mean? That's a question. All right. We got a guest today. These publicists can't leave us alone. Paul W. Downs is joining us. You know him from Hacks. He's one of the greats. One of our favorite shows here on How Long Gone. But he also went to Duke University, which I want to hear his if he got any Southern flavor.
He's such a fucking Blue Devil now that you
if he picked up any Southern flavor down there or not. It feels like if he has, he's shaking it all off completely.
I know he was a swimmer when he was younger. I hope he made the Duke squad.
I think it was more for improv, but swimming is improv in itself. If you really
I got into Duke full improv ride. Yeah.
God, imagine if colleges started giving fucking improv scholarships. What a nightmare. Oh God. All right, let's give Paul a call.
Yeah, and my improv team's gonna get fucking smoked in that conference, bro. You know who we're going up against? Fucking.
We got the Oregon Ducks next week, and they're notoriously.
Yeah, we're supposed to go against Michigan.
You share a laptop with your chick?
No, you know what happened? I had a big game. I have a lot of adrenaline surging because there was a big game this morning, and by that I mean there was an online auction that I've been dedicated to. So Lucia set up the pod scenario for me very kindly.
Okay.
Did the auction and the podcast episode work out timing wise, or did we have to pull out?
No, the final lot that I was interested in just went. So it's okay. We're done.
Well, I don't want to know anything about it. Scale of 1 to 10. How gay is this item that was being auctioned?
Oh, great question. I think, I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
If 10 is the gayest and 1 is the least, because
it's a lot. So we have several items to choose from for this scale. Is that what you're doing?
No. It's a single item. The one that at least the very last lot, but it's an item attributed to Pablo Picasso, who I think was maybe the least gay, even though one could argue that his work.
Well, I think when you fuck that many chicks, you almost are gay.
Okay.
It turns into like you've hit the end.
Pablo, infamous stickman, but also on the other hand, art itself kind of gay. So they kind of even things out, right?
Art itself is culture. Isn't culture gay? So there we go. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And you're right, Chris. He thinks he doth protest too much. It's like, chill out.
Oh wow, you fucked all these chicks. Okay.
You only need one, right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
You only need one.
And that's why I've only had sex with one woman.
So what did you, was it a ceramic?
It was a ceramic. It was a ceramic. Great guess. It was a ceramic. It was a Picasso plate. There were several ceramics, and I got to tell you something. I should gatekeep, but they are climbing. Okay, the ceramics are.
They are. No, I
the
know.
value is going up.
You should gatekeep Pablo Picasso's artwork.
Ceramics specifically. No, ceramics specifically.
Cat might be out of the bag.
The ceramics are.
Okay, so do you have some already, or is this your first toe in the water?
Unfortunately, I do have an affliction. I do have some.
Okay, so you're spending this money. Okay, you're spending money. I like to see this. Okay.
But it is, as you said, it is accessible.
This is the last season, bro. You better chill out now. You don't know what's next.
A friend of mine said, it's the last season. You should really I don't really wear watches. I don't really have a watch. He was like, you gotta invest in a watch. It's like celebrate the season. And I was like, I might invest in a plate.
Okay.
You're like, we need a new dish in the guest bath, and I think I'm leaning that way.
That's the thing. It's great in a powder room. It is.
I would agree with you. I think a watch is a predictable way for a man to spend money. I think a Picasso plate is a nice surprise for everybody involved.
Just imagine HBO Go logo on the Rolex right there for the whole cast and crew. Not bad.
Okay.
Get one of the old logos
for the cast and crew. Wow, you are generous. That's wow. That's for everybody.
I mean, a lot of Emmys. Jason's
talking like he's a football player and he's buying Hummers for his whole defensive line. Okay. It's not really.
Maybe stick to the C-suite. Stick to the C-suite then when we're doling them out.
Yeah.
That is okay. So, are you an auction guy for other stuff too, or is it particularly art and collectibles and antiques?
I am an auction. I mean, I'll even look at a car on an auction. Not that I've ever gone there. I haven't committed to a car, but my parents are a little bit auction junkies, and I've inherited the vice.
What are they copying? You name it, or they have things.
Furniture, usually like primitive colonial American furniture is their thing.
Okay.
Are they American pickers?
They are, honestly, they are pickers. I would
Okay.
not. I mean, it would be rare.
You're a son of a picker man.
I'm a son of a picker man.
You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that to your dad's face, but you're saying it on the
I
podcast
would.
that he's
I
a picker.
would. He would proudly say I'm a picker.
Oh, he
He's
would.
a proud
If you
picker.
pass something of value that's been left out in a suburban neighborhood in New Jersey, we're stopping to look at it. We're stopping to take out
Okay.
the measuring tape.
Were you going to sales like Saturday mornings, like you
Yes.
know, like an estate sale?
So funny. So my wife was like, we can take our son, we have a toddler, to this auction because there was an auction in downtown LA. Jason, maybe you know it, Billings. There was an auction at Billings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Sure.
I was like, I can tell you that we probably shouldn't because I remember being brought to these and like being so bored out of my mind.
It sucks.
Yeah, for a kid, it's like,
I'll tell you what, Lucia, we probably shouldn't.
yeah, we probably shouldn't. We
Yeah.
probably shouldn't.
And also, don't bring a kid downtown. You know what I mean?
Okay, there you go.
Jury duty, maybe.
I mean, unless you're trying to trade him for something, you know what I mean? Because then it could be. I don't know what you know.
don't explore the new D line on the Metro Rail with
Never have.
with Lil Downs.
Lil Downs.
Okay, so I'm painting the picture's being painted. You know, it's the 90s, New Jersey.
Yeah.
You and the parents walk me through the donut and coffee story on those pickin' missions.
Well,
I feel like you're a donut junkie.
you feel like I'm a donut junkie? So funny. Do you know I kind of am? Is it? I'm like, have you done your research? I'm not a donut junkie. I'm a glow nut junkie.
Okay,
Do you guys know glow nut?
so the glow nut, like the healthy alternative,
Glow nut, the
Yeah.
one for women?
the donut for women, like Chris said. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I feel as though donuts are not gendered. I do not think they're gender specific. I will say it is an ombre pink package, so there is something to that.
You could have just said ombre. Didn't have to say the pink
Yeah,
part.
ombre.
Any
You're
ombre,
right. You're
any
right. You
ombre.
don't even need the
Okay,
pink.
well, I was just wondering if the glow nut obsession was sort of like I grew up eating, maple bars my whole life, and then I had to quit when I moved to Hollywood. Now, thankfully, I'm able to scratch the itch with my glow. But before, you were not really caring about a donut.
Not really. I mean, I would have an old fashioned. There would be like some what do you call it? Like the cinnamon sugary kind of donuts. I like those. I always like those.
Mm-hmm.
I like things that could have existed 400 years ago. I do like desserts that like grandmas like
Okay.
typically.
So much like your parents, you enjoy primitive art. I believe
right.
food is an art.
That's right. That's right. I'm a history buff.
So what are some primitive desserts?
Yeah. I don't know what this.
Just eating a berry off of a tree?
No, we're talking like plum pudding, with hard sauce.
God,
I
that sounds like
know,
that sounds like
I know.
punishment.
Plum pudding?
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
won't. But are you saying you would if you had let's say a chocolate peanut butter pie in front of you and a plum pudding in front of you? You're reaching for the plum 9 out of 10 times.
I think I am. I know. Guys.
That's
I know.
cool. No, I'm glad that you know yourself and you recognize your interests.
I
and
do
you-
know myself. I do. But you're right. I am now on glow nuts because the truth is that I was addicted to a drink from Cinnabon for many, many, many years called the Mochalatta Chill. The Mochalatta Chill is like 1,200 calories of like Ghirardelli chocolate and caffeine. And I had it like in truly like elementary school. I used to get them.
Okay, sure.
It was
I'm sorry.
crack.
Can you say the name? Can you say the name one more time? Because it's 3 words.
Mochalatta Chill. One word. Mochalatta, not latte. Latta. The Mochalatta.
Because it's not a
lot of
latte
mocha
technically.
in
It's just
the
exactly.
Mochalatta.
There's a lot of
Chill,
mocha in there.
Okay.
which comes with like a huge amount of whipped cream, and they like sprinkle some of the Mochalatta mix onto the whipped cream. I was asking for a ton of that.
Psycho.
Yeah, it was crack for children.
So they have like the big pepper grinder with that cinnamon sugar blast, and they go, "Say when," and you go,
pretty
"Keep
much,
going,
yeah.
bitch, keep going."
Keep going.
So you said you had this as a child in elementary school. So you're this many years old, and your mom is like, "I'm going to buy you a 1,200 calorie caffeine bomb once a week."
I was very well behaved and did well in school. So I did get sugar.
Sure. You bring home all A's. We're gonna let you kill yourself with chocolate and caffeine.
Yeah, but I kind of OD'd, and so now I am into like the healthy,
Okay. So
the healthy fake dessert, which hence the glow nut. Now I'm into the fake stuff.
okay. I understand that. I had my wife brought home a bag of what seemed to be chocolate covered Cheerios last night from Happier Grocer, and I made fun of them because they were so stupid, like health food store dessert. And then she told me they cost $18, and then I tasted them, and unfortunately, kind of good. You know
Worth
what I mean?
it.
And that's
Absolutely worth every penny,
A glow nut is not going to touch a Cinnabon.
Yeah.
It's not going to. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's incredible. It's why I wake up in the morning. And I have to tell you, is Happier Grocer the one that's on Orchard?
Canal.
Okay.
Canal.
Maybe there's one on Orchard. I don't know. Maybe not.
You've been there before, I'm sure.
I imagine that they would be one of the few places in New York that would carry glow nuts.
Oh, they're glow nutting for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Oh,
okay.
for sure, no question. I haven't checked, but I can say with certainty.
Okay. Well, go get them because they're out of business anyway. It's too sad. We shouldn't really do that.
So
Okay.
Glow Nuts is going out of biz.
It is. It's out of business.
I heard this, but is it voluntary or is it
I think it,
because business is so bad?
great question. I think to break into the specialty food market
A lot of CPG listeners right now.
with big grocery is really challenging. So I think it was a little bit of like the market.
So many SKUs right now. The SKU wars.
It's hard.
Why don't you have a little business? I mean, I know you have this TV thing, but what about some other? Where are you putting this money besides ceramics? Like, you got to open something or start something.
You're so right. I did think, can I save glow nuts? And then I was like, what am I doing? I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't get into specialty health.
I don't
dessert.
think you need to buy a distressed asset. I think you could start from scratch. I think that's where you're at. I think you could take one of your interests and really package it up and sell it to the masses.
Yeah, never use your own money for that. You'd have to wrangle up some investors.
Your
to get
agents
Glow
at
Nuts.
your agents at William Morris or CAA do something called packaging.
Yes, that's right.
Capital's
That's right.
super cheap right now, so I think it's a good time to move.
They could put you together with a creator who could kind of make this happen for you.
It's so true. It's so true. Well, I'm going to get on that. Now that I have time, now that Hacks is done, I can start thinking about
Have you seen? Because I'm sure you've seen Glenn Powell's sauce collection. Have you seen that or no?
I haven't. Can you believe? I haven't. I've been under a rock.
Glenn's making ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustards, etc.
Okay, he's doing the Paul Newman thing. Okay.
He's doing the Paul Newman
But
thing.
Paul
It's
Newman's
more,
for like guys like us, though. You know what I mean?
Very leading man.
It's
Okay.
more of a conceal and carry Paul Newman. You know what I mean? But it's in spirit. Yes, he is doing a Paul Newman.
Paul
thing.
Newman's Coachella. This is more of a stagecoach.
Yeah, this is
sauce.
a stagecoach business. Yeah, this is a stagecoach.
Right.
business.
Okay. I mean, honestly, it'll do really well, I'm sure. And I bet it's not. Wasn't Newman's partially for charity or something?
All for charity.
We've told this story on the pod before, but the famous thing is that he made salad dressings in his bathtub and gave them out for Christmas presents to his neighbors. And one of his neighbors was Martha Stewart, and she told him that he should do it, turn it into a business, and then it did. He did, and then it exploded.
and he said, "Can I just get paid in pussy?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
"Yeah, whatever you want, bro."
All paths return to Martha Stewart. I mean, that woman, her self-made billionaire.
I was
woman
with her.
in
I
the
was
world.
with her
Yeah.
over the week. I was with her over the weekend at this hotel opening in Italy.
Oh,
And
okay, that's the dream.
You didn't say Martha was there, Chris.
Martha was there. She was only there for half the time, but Martha was there, and she really travels with like a 3 executive gaze, and it's a nice mix.
Yeah.
You know, like one guy's here for this, one guy's here for, they're all in the pictures together, but she's never alone, and I think that's why she's got so much spunk.
Right.
And she's still so with it, is because she's going back and forth with these queens 24 hours a day.
Wow. And you've met her before. I know that.
I've met her a couple times because
Yes.
she's around.
I've heard that.
She's
I've heard that.
She's around. She was in Milan for Salone, Jason, because she was doing something with Kohler, the sink brand.
Of course.
But of
Love
course.
the good people at Kohler.
Excellent.
Make a good sink.
I'm glad you're calling.
She's the face of Kohler, one of the faces of Kohler. I'm sure you have several Kohlers in
The
your
many
home.
faces of they build a nice little faucet. So much like Deborah Vance on your TV show Hacks, surrounded by a gaggle of executive gays, and you're not really an iconic diva if you don't have that, right? Because
That's so true.
You can't imagine Mariah Carey walking down the street dolo, walking the dog. She's got to have.
Oh, she's got
3
a
at
team.
least,
Oh
right?
yeah, a team of people. This sounds braggy, but I was at a party once that she came to at someone's home.
Mariah Carey.
Thank you for making that.
This wasn't at the
At
Eagle. It
someone's
wasn't
home.
at the Eagle, sweetie. This
Yeah,
is at a private residence.
No, it was at someone's home. This is pretty good. And she came in with I think her security detail who moved furniture to create a VIP area for her to sit at. I'm not kidding. In the living room. Moved like a love seat, moved a chair, and then there was like a little area.
Dude, that is good stuff right there.
I've never told that story, but that's true.
The Gone effect.
The real question is a Madonna, a Mariah Carey, a Deborah Vance. Could we get this? Can we find the buff, scary security guards that are also gay? So therefore, it's a one stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's actually a great character. That should have been in Hacks. That is an amazing character.
We need muscle, but we still can't. We can't afford to have a cis
No.
on the
like
team.
a Navy SEAL that's out of the closet
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's
That's
something there.
really
There's
good.
That's a
something there.
Navy otter, Chris. It's a Navy otter is what we call those.
There's something there. There's something there.
SEAL Team
I'm
Slay.
so pissed that we have no more seasons. This sucks. That is so good.
Yeah.
Well,
Season
I'm-
6.5 has just been written right here, guys.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm proud of you guys for going out when the getting's good. I feel like
Thank
that's
you.
what I feel like. This is becoming a little bit of a trend in Hollywood, where people know we ain't in. It ain't must see TV anymore. You ain't got 12 of these in you. You
Right.
got 5, and you got to go.
Yeah, leave them wanting more, I think is the thing. But there are shows that have been on for many, 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 many years, and good for them.
Yeah, I love Shelton as much as you do, but I'm just saying, like it's, it's not.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels very ABC. It feels very network television.
When Frasier was on
Totally.
every week, it was a different time. We
Very.
demanded much less of our weekly television programming.
That's right. Even though fantastic program,
Great program.
really smart.
I mean, of course, one of the greats. But that was in a pre-classic or trash, my attention span is destroyed. Why am I going to watch this when I have hot guys on my Instagram or girls?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, to look at.
It's hard. It's hard to compete now.
Have you really been whoring yourself out?
That's why we stopped. We were like, oh shit.
It's so hard to compete, which is why we quit our jobs.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think of Hacks as something that's competing with OnlyFans creators necessarily,
Well,
but I see where you're coming
Yes,
from.
yes. No.
It's not an AB.
I think also for ours, we were like, unlike Frasier, we didn't want to do something that was so much a sitcom where the characters didn't change and you could just do it a million times. We really pitched like the full arc.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
we were like, you know what? She is going to get there. And after that, it would have to become a sitcom. Like it would become a different show.
So you're saying when you went in first time, you're like, here's the fucking plan. Like this is the whole thing.
We pitched the last episode in every pitch except for HBO Max because they, again, this sounds very self-aggrandizing, but they stopped us. They were like, we get it. We'd like to make it before we told them the end.
Must be nice. You know what? Stop right there. Stop
It
right
was
there.
very nice. It was very nice.
So basically, you're getting you got a blowjob, and you're like, okay, and then I'm gonna reciprocate, and they're like, no, sucking your dick was good enough. That's all I needed. It's easy for something like that to go to your head.
Hey,
We're done here. Send over the paperwork.
to his or her own. If it gets you off, great.
Okay, was that beneficial in terms of was the finale, the last episode, going to be something that required a big lift budgetary wise or cameo wise or location wise that maybe they signed up for
Yes, I mean,
before knowing what it was?
there was. We did shoot in France for some of it, so yes, there was that.
Okay.
But
You're like, oh, by the way, we have to rent out Madison Square Garden for the.
kind of.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil, but we did rent out a pretty major venue.
For the record, I have not seen you. You sent me the episodes, but I'm watching in real time every week.
Thank
just,
you.
do
Yeah,
it the
same.
right way.
I have to. I can't. I didn't.
Solidarity,
I also,
sister.
These fucking stupid screening, they're too hard to deal with.
Oh,
I don't even.
know,
I honestly,
know.
I don't even care. I can't use it.
I get it. It is. I wish it were more user friendly. I so
Music's
agree.
the same way. I really think that there's something. Netflix does it where you just use Netflix.
That's really good.
And like I think we've said this before in the show. Spotify or Apple Music should do this for music. It would be genius if you just I don't know why no one has done this or tried to do
It
this.
feels so cool. It's like like you go on Netflix and there's like, here's what the regular people see. It's kind of grayed out, and then because you have a dumb podcast, you get to watch this now.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing. They should absolutely do that. Yeah. No, it's true of even like when we get screeners for Screen Actors Guild or DGA. It is like now it's getting better. Now there are apps and we can just go on and do it. But it used to be, it's like
We're getting better.
verify
I'm not
your
saying.
thing and
I'm saying that with music, which is more what I'm attuned to, there are 3 or 4 different ones,
right.
and they're all fine, but they're not like on. You have to down. It's just not part of your life.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? That's the
Yeah,
issue.
totally. You mean for advanced?
Yeah, for an event, yeah, like somebody sends you the record 3 months ahead, and it's like, all right, well, let
Right.
me use this shitty. It's like an email, and you have to, it's just a lot.
I know.
You can't listen to it any place you would ever listen to music. You just have to
Right.
sit. It's like if they instead of sending a screener, they send you like a small 19-inch TV, and it has a built-in chair, and you have to sit in it to watch all 9 episodes or whatever.
What a fun experience.
It's great. It's great.
Okay, well, speaking of Las Vegas, I was just there recently, and I like that you filmed that episode in what's it called? Potato,
Oh, the washing potato at the Fontainebleau.
the washing potato, which
Great looking restaurant.
it was funny because Carolyn and I, my wife, we went there a few weeks ago to a restaurant opening, Cantina Contramar at the beautiful Fontainebleau,
yes. Oh yes, I know. Yeah.
you know it well, of course.
I only know because the Fontainebleau is my home away from home, and I know what they're up
Sure.
to. And I'm on the emails.
We're both members of the Blue Crew. And,
Are you a poodle room? Are you a poodle room member?
I am not a member, but I was able to visit the Poodle Room.
Okay,
And there was a live concert
Oh.
by, what's his name, Chris?
Gavin DeGraw.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Gavin DeGraw live in concert. He has a little jazzy, him and some of his old dogs out there tickling the ivories.
Fun.
Guys, sorry for the uninitiated. The Poodle Room is a members club at the Fontainebleau property in Las Vegas.
Yes.
It's like a little slice of the San Vicente bungalows in
Yes.
Vegas. You go up to the top of the elevator to the
Okay.
penthouse suite. They put a sticker over your phone, and it's like a speakeasy baller's lounge.
I like that, but everybody in there is ugly.
Oh.
Is that because it's Vegas, or is that different? Is it?
They're
different?
less attractive than the LA location of the San Vicente bungalow. Sure.
Okay, but so Paul, you're a member. After spending so much of HBO's money staying in the suite, they've allowed you to kind
They
of.
have offered me a
they've granted
membership.
you
They've
access.
granted me access. So I am a member. If you ever want to go, let me know.
Honestly-
you can use my PIN. You can get in.
Wow.
Do you think you will ever go back to Las Vegas again as long as you live, though, is the question.
That's a great question. I am going back in like 3 weeks. I'll be back there in 3 weeks.
But not for fun.
I'm gonna have a blast. I mean, it's Meg and I are presenting at the AMAs, so I'm going back for that.
Oh.
The
But
American Music Awards.
the American Music Awards.
In Vegas, I would go to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds fun, actually. Who's performing? Let me guess.
Do you have any guest list?
don't even know. I have no idea.
You don't even know?
I don't even know what category I'm performing yet. The things are still taking shape.
Sure.
Sure,
Sorry.
of course. You know the American Music Awards guys are. They're super last minute.
Okay, well, you've spent a lot of time in Vegas over the last number of years, and there's a lot of the discourse around Vegas is like it's sort of in the shitter. Money's not coming in, tourism's not coming in.
Tourism is down.
Have you thought about how you would fix Las Vegas? What you think Las Vegas might need, and are you showing that in your episodes of Hacks?
We are, and we've actually alluded to this. One thing that happens this season actually is that they're trying to open a boutique hotel casino. That's not like a huge conglomerate. That's not like the fare that you get.
Finally, a casino for guys like us.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that would be a great move. But then again, I'm not sure if I have my finger on the pulse because the Fontainebleau used to be a non-smoking casino, and that did not work. I loved it. I was like, this is great. It smells great in here. It's like so, but people want to go and gamble and blast cigs.
No, actually, when I was there,
Did away with that, and it did more traffic.
I was smoking in the casino at the Fontainebleau like a month ago, and I had to look around and see if it was allowed because it felt like it was too clean and non-smoky.
I know, but no,
I felt
it
like
is,
I was the only person.
It is
in
now
the hole.
welcome. It is now welcome.
I think that making a show about Las Vegas in general is the Board of Tourism should be paying you for that. That's an advertisement in itself.
It's no Ocean's 12, but yeah, I mean, are you a little juiced into the town?
Can you
now?
give me a Friday night 8:00 at Carbone Riviera or what?
I bet you I could. I will say I have my relationships are kind of deep now with Bellagio and with Caesars and with the Fontainebleau, but I don't know. It's a hospitality town, and they are all so welcoming and so nice. I am like
they're pros. Yeah, they're
honestly,
pros.
from day one, they were so welcoming and nice. Every single person, the tourism board. I mean, they know how to entertain and welcome guests.
But you would go home as soon as you could.
The last time we were there, we stayed 2 weeks and we just didn't leave.
You stayed because most people, the actors, will leave on the weekends because they're like, I have to go home to my family.
And I
but
tell
you're
you
like,
what,
I don't.
They didn't anymore. We did that season 1 and 2. We were like, we're going to do this quickly. We're going to go in and out. We grew to love it, and it's truly a home away from home. I'm not kidding. And this is not.
No, I could see that. I could see you having Stockholm syndrome.
We really stayed. It was great, and especially now that I don't know, there's so many good restaurants there. You can actually get great food.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that happens is your lips fall off. Like you become absolutely raisin. You shed hair. Your lips become cracked. Like human life isn't supposed to be there. It's the heat and the dryness. It's not meant for life.
The air conditioning is pumping so strongly because the climate outside is so punishing that even just 2 days there, you feel your body's chemistry changing.
And now, would you bring the 911 from LA and kind of get outside the city on the weekends, or were you just landlocked?
We were landlocked, very landlocked. We were stuck there. So it's like, and like marathon runners, like their nipples bleed. It's like that happens after 2 days of being there. It is crazy. It is really intense. But otherwise, the entertainment, the food, the people, it was great.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure you saw a lot of shows. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're really.
I saw Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. which I gotta tell you was amazing. We had a blast, but I didn't do like Cirque, like the weird sex Cirque or whatever. Right? We didn't go to
You
any of
didn't
those
go to
shows.
Water Fucking by Cirque du Soleil?
No, we didn't go to water fucking. We didn't do. I think our crew went to see David Copperfield. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels like a classic kind of move. You know what I mean? If Cirque du Soleil sold
Epstein
out.
Island's David Copperfield, one of the greats,
Oh,
right?
that's right.
Well, actually, speaking of magic, I noticed that this season there's a little bit of a theme where you guys sort of, not the entire show, but the main character and the overall oeuvre of the moment is you're taking a stance against magic and magicians.
We do.
And I
We
know
do.
that community could be a little fierce, not so much, like the BTS Stan Army, but like has big magic come out of the smoke to get your ass?
Not yet. They haven't disappeared us yet. No, I haven't been sought out by Big Magic. But I will say we were at an event and there was the magician there, and we were like, oh fuck, because it was the weekend after the episode aired where we firmly come out
The
against
block was
magic.
still hot.
So we were nervous. We were very, very nervous.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be around a mentalist who knows you don't care for magic, And hey,
Mm-hmm.
I think some magicians are actually magic and they are wizards or whatever, and some are not. So I don't
Wow,
know.
you really. Okay, well, so you're saying you personally don't have an anti-magician stance, or
Speak on it, Paul. We want you to clarify if you could on the record. If you could just
'cause it
clarify.
feels like when you said some of them are actually kind of good, I didn't really believe you.
Okay. So sometimes, okay. Speak. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the record and say, okay, sure. I was, as Charlize said, I was talking out of my ass, guys. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is. Sometimes you're like, whoa, how did they do that? And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you're like, this is absolutely not for me.
How'd you?
I wish I had like a very
Okay.
hard line on magic, but
I have a really hard line.
I guess I
Okay,
don't
well,
care.
there's a scene.
Yeah.
There's a scene on the most recent episode where Hannah Einbinder,
Mhm.
is sort of saying something similar to that, like the poof and the like.
she's like, it's cringe. She thinks tricks are very cringe. Yeah, she's like,
Did you or did your wife write that dialogue?
that's a great question. I don't think either of us pitched that. I don't know where it came from. The writer's room. I don't know who pitched
Classic. Blame the writer's room. Blame the 8 people eating gummy worms all day.
Oh my God, I'm giving credit. I'm giving credit where it's due.
Me and my wife write the show, but I don't know who did it. It was
No,
must have been.
believe me, no, I would love to take credit for it. I'd be like, it was
Okay.
me. That was my idea and mine alone. But we have 7 writers
Okay,
plus Jen, Lucia, and myself.
damn.
So there's a bunch of people. I think there's this. I actually have the affliction where I usually think I pitched it, which is really a bad habit to be like, I think I
If it
pitched.
was good, it was probably me.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah, but no, I don't know where that one came from. It's also been. It's been a minute.
Like that was 2 years ago. Yeah, sure.
you know.
Okay, when we were introing you, let's pivot to sports. When we were introing you, Chris mentioned you went to Duke. I heard that you used to
I
be a
did.
swimmer as a youngster. Were you a Blue Devil swimmer?
I walked on for a week and I was like, no. It was, it's D1. It was very intense. I was captain of my swim team in high school and I was
Wow.
competitive, but I was not
Private or public? Be honest with us. then.
private.
Yeah, okay.
But I went to public school through 5th grade. My mom's a public school teacher, well, she's retired now, as are a bunch of my aunts and uncles. Like I come from a public school family, but when I was in 6th grade, I'm from a really rural part of New Jersey, and I went to a school that had 2 kids in 6th, 2 kids in 7th, 4 kids in 8th grade. And we were all in one room. So my mom was like, either you're learning 8th grade material or they're learning 6th.
That sounds like weirdly Quaker or Scientologist or something. That doesn't
It was
sound
very,
okay.
I know, but it wasn't. So anyway, I did go to private school.
Technically, it counts. Okay. What was your event?
100-meter butterfly.
Okay, so if we got in the pool right now, does it come right back to you?
I think I could, yes, I think I could beat you. Is that what you're asking?
I don't have a swimmer's build. I'm more athletic than that.
okay.
So I don't know. I'm a little.
It comes back to a degree, but I certainly don't have the stamina I once had. I get tired really fast.
Who of us does?
You know?
Hey, I feel you, brother. But what was it? I've always, when you're a swimmer, and I know this is a sport and it's taken seriously, but when you're an adolescent wearing a Speedo, I imagine there's some ribbing going on amongst the team. or was it free and clear because everybody's in the pool?
Unless you have a big cock,
I
then it's okay.
yeah. But that's a lot of drag. That's not good for your event, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Paul's like, no, all the guys with big dicks were on water polo. We just kind of swam.
Me, I was 100-meter butterfly. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Really cut through the water.
You know, the speedo thing, it weirdly becomes a non-issue. It's like, I guess, being part of a nudist colony. You're like, well, this is normal.
No, totally. I would always assume that, but then when you put the 12-year-old mind there,
Right.
I feel like, do those two things compute? You know what I'm saying? That was always my.
I guess ironically, or pun intended, you're jumping into the deep end of locker room life as a young child.
Literally. And also, you know, when you're on the swim team and if you are actually competitive, you're also shaving your body. It's kind of an intense life.
Because I know you famously have so much body hair, especially when you were younger.
I did have a lot of body hair when I was younger. Luckily, like the repeated shavings actually made it much more tame. It's you know what I mean?
It worked. They lie to you about that. It actually.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what you think.
You still pick up the blade every once in a while and give just a little, see how it feels again. You know,
I don't, but I really should. I remember being a very weird sensation.
Yeah.
How many years has it been since you've had a full tuck and roll?
A full shave, like shave.
Yeah. Whole thing.
A competition ready detail job.
You know, I think it was probably my senior year of high school, so it's been 7 years. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you and I are exactly the same age. I think 43.
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Okay.
I will confirm it.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to go on the record about something. Thank you for that.
Yep. Hey, you're right. I really chickened out about magic. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We don't have magicians. Hopefully we don't have any magicians listening to this.
I hope you do. They're
coming for your ass.
We got a couple. Okay, let's get in. On the subject of some eating and some disordered eating, I always think about like you love, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you hear about swimmers, you know, Michael Phelps eats a whole large pepperoni every day. He's got 6% body fat because he's burning so many calories. When you were an 18-year-old hairless stud swimming through the water, what was your caloric intake? What were you eating? You know, what was going on?
I had a Krispy Kreme jelly donut like every morning. I was, you know, and I was having it with, when I was in high school, I was having it with like raspberry mocha. You know what I mean? I was really, again, I was like a sugar fanatic.
I was hoping you were going to say a tall glass of whole milk, you know, but I see that the sugar was more of a draw for you.
Sugar was the draw. Although I used to eat cream of wheat. Do you guys know what that is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to enjoy some cream of wheat.
You really do have a dichotomy of like a really old guy.
I know.
You have a lot of old guy traits.
Know.
I mean, he grew up in rural New Jersey. A lot of his parents' generation, you know, he was living that life.
I was.
How far from Manhattan are we talking?
To get to Manhattan was probably like an hour 45.
On the train or in a car? In a car, okay.
In a car. I think what we would do is we would drive to the Dover train station and take the Midtown Direct, which was like another hour and a half, and it was like 45 minutes to Dover. So it was like a 2-hour, 10-minute commute if you were really commuting.
When your parents were taking you to the store, you know, at 15 to see if Louis C.K. was there.
Exactly.
We ain't have trains where I was from.
But my town had a livestock auction every Tuesday.
That's fun. Something for everybody to get together.
So it really was. It is a legit rural place. Even though when you're in New Jersey, you're like, it's not rural. But
I think of beaches and I think of Newark. Like, I don't think you're right. Rural is the last thing that comes to mind, but obviously it makes sense.
Yeah. Like northwestern New Jersey, where I'm from is where like New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania met. My wife is always saying, just say upstate New York because people understand that's like Catskills. That's like the Appalachian Trail. They get
that would be a lie. So she's a liar too. I see what
she's like rewrite your history.
I hear upstate. I think Stissing House. You know, I don't think New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it is. It's more romantic, I would say, to say Catskills.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, but I was closer to the Poconos than I was to Manhattan. You know,
to Manhattan.
Like they always ask you like, what's your mall? Like if you're from New Jersey, the nearest mall is 15 minutes away, but what was closer was Woodbury Commons Premium Outlet Center.
Of course.
Chris, maybe you're familiar.
I'm very.
Okay, so that was like half hour from my parents.
Oh, okay. So you did. So you were wearing designer your whole life then.
Oh yeah. I was getting Gucci bell bottoms for like $60.
Yeah. It's
Bell bottoms.
cheap. It's
And
cheap.
I would wear them in high school, and I would wear
I like
like
that. I like
a
that you sound like you grew up in the '60s. That you grew up in the '60s.
well, it was Tom Ford era, so it was, there was like there was some flair. There was some flair.
I was buying Tom Ford Gucci off the rack at the
I
time.
see what you were
Okay.
trying to do there. I see what you
Did
did
you
there.
keep all of those archival pieces, those archival outlet pieces?
I do have a couple. I still have a. This is crazy that I had this in high school, but again, because I lived by the outlet, and because you could go on Christmas Eve, things were like 90% off.
Oh, they're giving it away. Yeah. That's cool.
Throwing it out. They were about to send it to like the island or whatever, or burn it or whatever they do. So I do have a still very oversized, never fit me. Don't know why. I got it because it was 90% off, but I have a leather blazer
Yeah.
that was like a Tom Ford Gucci era leather blazer, and I have a purple sweatshirt that has a gigantic Gucci written across the chest.
Mhm.
I still have those, and I still wear those.
One of those is more wearable than the other,
Very
I would
much,
say.
very much.
But hard to tailor. Leather famously hard to alter.
Very hard to
you know.
alter. Yes.
I was with an actor yesterday who will go unnamed.
Okay.
We were like, oh, we were shooting him for something. We were like, oh, do you like these clothes? Because it's all this brand new design. You know what I mean? And he was like, I don't. This is my job. Like, you guys do whatever you want. Like, I don't think about this at all. Like, I am merely here. I am the vehicle,
But didn't have
and
an
you
opinion.
are the gas.
Had no opinion.
No, didn't have an. I mean, he would have an opinion on like, oh, this doesn't actually fit, but otherwise, stylistically,
Wow.
he was just like, oh, it was unbelievable. He was like, oh, this is my job. I'm just down for whatever.
And also,
whatever.
this is a person who I'll say it and bleep it so he knows. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's coming into focus. Sure. Okay.
It's an act, but I guess my point is, this is an actor who's always sort of seen as good looking. Like, he never looks goofy or bad. So for somebody who's
No.
willy nilly, you guys do whatever the hell you want. I don't even think about fashion. He always looks
I know.
pretty sharp.
Yeah, I am actually surprised in that way. He does, he wears clothes well.
Because it's so easy for actors to look awful when they just let their
Oh.
stylists.
It felt
Easiest thing in the
freeing.
world.
I was like, damn, this is like this is the level above where you're just
Wow.
like, I don't know.
I
I
am your doll. Dress me. Yeah.
But because now you're going to all these award shows, you're winning all these Emmys and shit. You have an opinion, I assume.
I do. I have opinions. Yeah. I'm a little exacting.
No, P-Dub is a fashion killer.
I do trust the people I work with, though. My stylist is very good, and so I am open to things that normally I wouldn't pick off the rack for myself.
Who's your stylist?
Rose Ford.
Okay. And so you go into the room and you're like, all right, there's 10 things. I like these 3,
Mm-hmm.
and you're good to go. And
Yeah.
she's not.
No. She's often, well, what usually happens is it's down to 2. We're very split on 2.
Yeah.
And then usually like the day of, it's like what feels good that day, and that's what we end up doing. But
You got to break these
she's very
designers'
exacting
hearts.
in a way that I really like, and I'm like, because I trust her, it's very nice. And I've worked with other great stylists, but I do appreciate her vision.
But do you like wearing a suit in general? Like, are you comfortable in a suit?
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
I don't mind wearing.
I think that's a big differentiator. I think there's some people that really hate it,
yeah,
and some people that don't mind.
I love it. I
love it.
It's the easiest way to dress.
Especially since we all have swimmers. Well, you and I have swimmers builds. It's a lot,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for that. Chris, not so much. He's more athletic, of course. But I love the ease of a suit. You throw it on. Doesn't matter what's under it, really. You tuck in your shirt and you don't wear a dumb pair of shoes, and
Yeah.
you're good anywhere. It's very comfortable, easy, blah, blah, blah. But you have to do a lot of, you'll do one award show, you do whatever, 5 a year, you put on the suit, you put on the tux. I think every time you have to do the after episode fake video podcast thing where you wear your like casual top and pants.
Yeah.
And you have to have a different look for each episode after recap.
Yeah.
So that feels like the real challenge
Yeah.
versus like what color suit.
That is more of a challenge. I will say more like casual dressing is in some ways harder.
Yeah.
Although I don't know. I think if you're trying to like actually pull a serve, I think it is harder for men with suits because they're a little bit like my wife is always like, it's so much easier to just put on a suit. But I'm like, yeah, but if you want to actually,
It's true.
You don't want to serve. That's the issue. Men shouldn't be serving. Straight men serving
Okay,
isn't for
okay.
us. We're the
Okay.
president. You know what I mean? We can be president. Women can't.
sure.
We can't serve.
Chris, you're
Yeah,
too
yeah.
afraid to serve. That's the issue.
I'm not afraid to serve. I think I think specifically when it
This
comes
is feeling
to
very
suits,
draft dodger. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you can serve. I think anyone can serve.
When it comes to suits, I think that men experimenting with suits have led us down some dark Connor Story ass pathways.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with that. I think you're
Like
right.
a see-through shirt, a no shirt underneath. Like I don't
Totally,
care if you're Michael B. Jordan.
An Adrian Brody brooch that's about the size of a pie tin.
It's just I just think that like I get you don't want to be boring, especially if you're A-list actor. I totally understand that. But I just think that the tuxedo specifically is a tough thing to add to in a way that is good.
And I am
like a cummerbund is the best you can do.
And
Bow tie.
have done. See, that's
cummerbund's great.
But I think that does it. You do something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
A little, you're a little off center. I think that's good because I agree. I'm more of a classic tailoring kind of guy. Not into the no shirt. The pie tin.
The no shirt thing, I think we may be past it. It was a tyranny of at least a year, I would say, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the Grammy Awards. People show it they'll do whatever. They're no pants.
Oh, I know. I can't wait for the AMAs. It's going to be insane.
AMA, well, Meg's going to wear something fucked up, so you got to.
I know what she's wearing actually.
The AMAs are my Met Gala.
You're about to get mogged by Meg
I know.
at the fucking
it's
AMAs.
Hard to get mogged by Meg. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Mogged by Meg.
And she looks good in everything.
She's having fun with it, and that is a lost art.
Yes.
That is really a lost art.
Yes, that is so true. She is having fun. And we've done some things together, and it is so fun to have a bit. Not to make, you shouldn't always play the fool, but I do think when you have a bit at one of those things, it's so much more fun.
Yeah. It's the AMAs. It's like, I'm not a musician. Who gives a fuck? I'm just here to have fun. Like, I'll present my award.
Are you workshopping your AMA fashion
we
bit?
We do have a thought for the
Really?
Yes, we do.
So how does this go down? Is this something that maybe one of you leads and the other is like, oh, what if we added this and that? Or, whatever? How does it go down?
Yeah, I think we try not to like chase the dragon. It's like it has to come to us. The muse has to come to us.
Yeah.
But one of us is like, we could do this. I mean, we did the Chrome Hearts Orange thing, and that was
I forgot about that.
my
How did I forget about that? That was so
You didn't
stupid.
get enough recognition for that.
Oh,
That was so stupid, really
it was
good.
insane. It was insane. But it was the most fun we've ever had. And like truly other people at the show were like, can we get a picture? It was, you know what I mean? I'm like other actors wanting a picture with it. We were like, sure. It was very bizarre.
How did that go down construction wise? How much lead time did we need?
So this was what was crazy. So my sister-in-law Genevieve was like, you need to do like Marty Supreme press tour stuff. And so I was like, Meg, we should do this orange outfit. So shout out to Genevieve for pitching that. This was like it was like around Christmas time. Meg was like, we're doing it I was like, maybe we do this for our premiere in the spring. And she was like, no, it has to be now. It must be now. We're doing it for Critics' Choice,
right.
which was in 7 days.
Oh.
She was like, we're doing it in 7 days. And I was like, Meg, and her stylist, Kat, pulled it together. Found this woman, Erica, to make the dress and the suit, and did it in like 7 days. I think didn't stop for 7 days. I think they were like,
It really worked though. It was really funny.
it was fun. It made the night.
Did Timothy get in touch?
His publicist did come over to us and said, Timmy's late, but I want to show you this. And she showed us her phone where she had texted a picture, and he wrote incredible.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, oh, great. So he's not mad. She's like, no, he loved it. This is great.
Yeah, that's the whole reason. I mean, that only helps his case, really.
Yeah.
He see, and then we did meet him at the actor awards, and he was like, it was actually very funny. He was like, let's get a picture. And we got a picture. And he's like, okay, we got it. It was a very quick moment, but we got a picture. And Meg has gone on the record. She's been like, he asked us.
He asked you. He got ahead of it, though. He got ahead of it.
Maybe to be kind.
Let's differentiate. Yeah. I mean, that is a big differentiator. It really is. He asked you, not the other way around. That counts for something.
I'm going to insult myself before you guys have the chance to. I'm going to ask for a selfie before all you guys ask me.
Have you asked?
I would never, actually. I would never.
Have you ever asked anyone for a picture?
I did get a picture with Carol Burnett when she guest starred on the show. I did want a picture with Carol Burnett.
That's pretty good.
But no, normally I wouldn't. I even if I really want it, there's something, some level of.
I'll only do it who did I do it with, Jason, at the Marty Supreme after party? The guy from Shark Tank. Oh, Mark Cuban. I had to flick up with Cuban.
But also,
I waited all night.
Famously with President Bill Clinton.
Oh, President Bill Clinton. Jason and I saw Bill Clinton at a restaurant. This was like 2015 or something.
At ABCV.
At ABCV, and I just leapt into action because Jason's really tall, so he he had the angle ready to rock, and the way the picture's positioned and we're shaking hands, it looks like we are running for office together.
That is perfect. We need to frame it.
And then only 24 hours later, the Epstein stuff did come out. So the timing wasn't great for me personally.
Yeah.
I noticed there's a change in the comment section before and after.
But I think you're right. It's tough to. I don't know. Like the Mark Cuban thing was funny, and he thought it was funny because he's like, "Why is this like guy? Who the fuck is like?" You know what I mean? Like he doesn't expect. I think he didn't expect a person that looked like me to want a picture with him. I guess is what I'm saying.
Sure.
You know, that's fun.
It's usually virgins who ask for a selfie, so it's weird to see a cool guy.
No, but my polo shirt, no, you can like spray ketchup on it. It washes right off. I'm just looking for an investment.
Paul, we both kind of devote this podcast and our lives to Twitter. And I feel like you're still on Twitter, aren't you?
I am. I dip in and out. I go on and I'm like, I will post something or repost something, but I'm not on it all the time.
Okay.
I gotta admit.
Okay. But when you're working, do you like lock in, get the brick out, and you don't look at your phone type shit?
Lucia bricks. She bricks and she bricks hard. So she is off. I don't do that. I look, and in fact,
You're
when
like, I'm able to do it without the brick, but I guess that's cute for her.
If you need it, I guess that's fine.
Some people need different things.
Yeah, she does need it. I have an incredible amount of willpower. But no, I will like open it and just scroll literally for no reason between takes. Sometimes I think it's just like a stress relieving thing.
Yeah.
But
it's like a little cigarette for your eyes.
Yeah. I'm probably the least online person of anybody that makes the show.
That is.
I know that's bad probably for what we're doing here, but it's true.
No, well, all of your writers are online, so you don't have to be.
They're very online. Lucia is very online. Jen is very online.
If I had to work with Joe Mande every day, I'd be doing something.
He is incredibly online.
Yeah, he makes memes like a teenager. Like he's
doing
it
in 2 seconds. He's doing it he's making a meme. We'll have a joke in the room and we'll continue to go, and he'll have the meme up within 30 seconds. He made a meme.
He's like, you guys keep going. Did you get my sweet green? I just gotta hold on 1 second. Just gotta get this meme done.
It's crazy.
That's a skill in itself though. But I think there's I have a hard time with it. Jason has less of a hard time with it. But I think when you're in a group like that where you're sort of together for these certain periods of time, it's really easy to pick up on the patterns of who's doing what.
100%. Yeah, and because we do most of it over Zoom. We're in person like once a week, and then we're over Zoom. So his background is constantly a clip art of whatever the joke is that we've just, you know what I mean? And it's changing all day long. I'm like, in some ways, I'm like, brother.
Are you good, bro?
You're a graphic designer, but he's also brilliantly funny. So
I don't think maybe this industry is not for you. Have you ever thought about graphic design?
If you put even half the amount of work you put into your graphic designs, you would be.
Have you seen his hats? Have you seen the embroidery hats that he does?
Yes.
And also now it's become a thing. I've seen it. I have also seen that online that people are doing it more and more. And I'm like, I think he started that. I don't know.
He started that whole thing during COVID, and now I see it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a real Etsy thing to do.
Yeah.
Very Etsy thing to do.
My mom's probably going to make me one for my birthday this year. You know what I mean?
100%. Good for
Need
her.
the original.
If she does. Now, that's a great gift.
It is a great gift. It's very personal.
Oh, it's Maya Rudolph who I saw Maya Rudolph wearing one on some late night show. And I'm like, who made that? And Maya knows Joe. She was on The Good Place, which she wrote on. But anyway,
I'm sure somebody knows somebody at a wagon wheel or something, hooked it all up.
What are you gonna do now, big bro?
Great question.
Because HBO owns you, right?
We are on a deal there.
I'm sorry, I don't like to use industry terms, but you're in an overall with HBO.
Yes, HBO owns us. We're developing something for them, and it's just development. It's not like a greenlit thing, but we're
still early days.
Still early days. I think what we'd like to do next is a limited, as much as that I think is not.
Okay, lazy ass. All right,
exactly.
Fine. Limited. Okay,
exactly. All right. We're trying to be lazy.
So one for you, one for you. Got it. Okay.
Exactly.
They love that over there.
Just to, launching a new show would be quite an undertaking. We're a little burned out. We're tired. The pace was really insane.
And how old is your guys' kid now?
He's 4. He turned 4 in March.
Yeah, so this intense times right now.
It is.
Most important job of the world, dad.
Show running. Oh, dad, right.
Jason, don't act like these people. Don't act like they don't have a staff, bro. They ain't bringing that little motherfucker to Vegas. They got people for that,
he
bro.
Does come to
They're
Vegas.
doing well.
He does come to Vegas, and he loves Vegas. And the last time he was there, he went to a restaurant, and this person walked over and said, "You're very well behaved," and handed him a $100 bill. Vegas is absolutely nuts, and it's amazing. The thing is that he really wanted to do like slot machines because it looks like it's games.
Yeah.
And we had to be like, no.
It
He
is.
sat at
I
one of
mean,
the slot machines, and they were like, "It's a $2,000 fine if he doesn't get off that right now." Like they are
Damn.
so serious about it. So it was like, this is a playground for adults, which is very hard for a kid to compute.
Yeah.
You know?
because it does look like a kid. It looks like a fun house.
Yes, and I've heard you guys talk about the arcade drop-off thing that they used to have. They
Yeah.
don't really have that.
Yeah.
They don't really have. I mean,
That's one way to circle the square to
Yeah.
to help save Vegas again is create a place to dump all these fucking kids. Obviously,
For
4 years
kids.
old, you're not gonna
I know.
leave them stranded in an awesome arcade.
No.
You know, when they're 13, 14, sure.
Well, how much? Well, he's sports gambling at least on his phone, though, right?
That's the thing. Yeah, his phone. He does have a lot of debt built up. Yeah, he's in a lot of debt. It's quite
when
bad.
he wants iPad time, that means FanDuel.
We didn't
His
know, but now that
DraftKings
we
is
know.
not looking great
No,
this season.
It's actually DraftKings. It's the
Yeah, it's based on color. He's choosing, teams based on color, their uniform.
I don't know
He's
the
like, I love
names.
blue.
I
I
just-
love blue. Yeah,
Purple.
This is a very
Okay.
it's not good.
Dwaft
really bad.
Kings.
This is very
Okay.
Idiocracy is a documentary, like how long until they have sports betting for kids? You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Not long.
Actually, he might do well. He might do well. He's very lucky.
Well, okay. Well, all right. Well, are you into like optioning books and shit, or do you want it to come all from the brain?
It's so funny. The thing that we're working on is from a book, but
Mm.
we're very, very rarely interested in that. We do like it to be like generated from us.
But also, you guys come from an improv background, right?
We do. Yeah, we met at
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear
UCB.
that.
I know. I apologize too.
I'll pray
I
for
know.
you.
It's like, it's
So
really
you,
rough.
So you need to be the spark for the flame.
Kind of.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
It feels easier,
Makes the deal
No.
memo less messy, right?
I think it does. I was like, does it? Yeah.
What's it like working with your wife though? Because that sounds hard.
Hell on earth. It's absolutely
No offense to my
No.
wife, but I ain't trying to do
No,
all that.
I know. Well, in this business, we certainly not worked together on things, and she or I have been apart for a long time, and that I think is harder.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that's
true.
harder.
That's hard. Yeah.
When you're in
I didn't think about that part. Yeah.
when you're in Vancouver for a long time and you're not seeing your partner, it's kind of hard.
Mhm. Especially if they're into Asian chicks, you got to be careful up there in Vancouver.
Oh,
Something to think about.
okay, good to know.
Especially if you both have the same job and one person got the job and the other person didn't.
That's rough. When you're competing with your partner for the same role, it's really hard.
We should go audition for this, this music video. And I'm just gonna stay in the car. Hey, you kid, come in here.
Oh, wouldn't that be hell?
I have
Wouldn't
two.
that be
Tales all
I
this
have
time.
two male friends who that happened to, where their girlfriend
No.
was a model, and they went with them to like the casting,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, you're great. Who is that?" And
Yeah.
they had full careers,
That
and the
is
girl did not.
insane.
This is that. It's so. He's like a hot skater sitting in the lobby, like a board.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
And,
It's
and
perfect
you know
storm.
what? Those
Really.
people are always amazing. I find those people
Yeah.
are like the best, most natural actors. It's
Totally.
like,
That's how you get a Matthew McConaughey, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I just showed up, man.
that's right. Exactly. Oops.
Yeah, I didn't think about I always forget that these things are so all encompassing that you just like, yeah, you're gone.
It does
for
consume
months
your
at a
life.
time.
So it is nice in that way. It's like you're getting to be with your partner, but there's so many challenges. But we figured out pretty early on the way to make it work for us. The way that we're like,
Sure.
let's just do positive reinforcement and make this pleasant. Again, that doesn't mean that we don't have moments that are hard, but we
but I guess
we also have three. We do it with our best friend, so there's a tiebreaker. So it's kind of
I bet they're so lucky. That sounds awesome.
yeah.
for them.
Well, but guess what? Sometimes I'm the tiebreaker because they're, you know what I mean. Like it depends. Like
Yeah.
The cuck chair rotates.
it's
It's a musical cuck chair.
It's absolutely right. Yes, it's musical.
That makes it a lot more fun. I guess the question really is that are you able to shut it off when you're at home?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, we can't shut it off. No.
I didn't think so. I mean
but in
that
some
seems
ways-
unrealistic.
In some ways, I don't know. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Because in some ways, it's like your homework's never done. You're always doing homework, and yet you can do it in a like casual way. Like you're falling asleep, and you're like, "This is a good idea for that." You know what I mean? It's like it becomes a little bit less like intense 9 to 5 feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We like talking about something we've watched or something we've read. We like doing that stuff, and it does feel like it's
Yeah.
part of the work. And
How do you guys fall asleep at night?
we usually scroll for a little bit.
Who rolls the blunt? You or her?
Her, she's rolling the blunt. She's rolling
Okay.
the blunt.
God bless her.
Yeah, she's rolling the blunt, and then
Mm-hmm.
she's usually like, "Okay, it's time to turn off the light." That's how it goes. Even though I'm always like, "We have to get to bed early." I want a guillotine above my bed so that at a certain hour that like this thing goes, and we have to be flat. We have to be down and sleeping. But
Oh, that's a good idea.
I really want that because it's inevitable that I'll be so fatigued the next day, and I'll be like, "I'm so tired." And then she's like, "Well, you're
So what time were you hitting the hay then? If we're trying to go, what's early to you?
lights out by 11, that'd be great. But it's very rare.
11, bro. That's late. I'm talking 9 o'clock. Get on my level.
Oh, I wish. My kid doesn't go to bed until 9 o'clock.
Well, that's bad parenting. He's 4 years old.
I know, but he's never slept much. He just wants to be awake.
Mm-hmm.
He only sleeps 10 hours max. It's really.
He's got his daddy's sugar dependency, huh? Got to go.
I guess
fast.
when he's got five parlays going at once, he can't shut his eyes.
That's the thing. It's adrenaline.
Difference.
It's adrenaline. You know how it is when you're a gambling junkie.
Mm-hmm.
I do know how that is. I do know how that is.
Yeah, you got a lot surgeon.
I know how that is.
Body.
Oh goodness.
Poor kid. He's not gonna grow an inch. All that cortisol and adrenaline and stuff.
It's okay. He can swim. All right. Well, thank you so much for potting with us, Paul. Hope you had fun, and congrats on the,
I had a blast.
the final season.
I'm fans, you guys. I'm fans. I'm a fan of yours.
Oh,
I'm
thank
fans
you.
of
No,
yours, bro.
Lucia came up to us, I think at the Emmys or something, and said something, but I haven't seen her since. So please give her.
Do you want to know why this laptop was set up by Lucia? She is like, this has to. She wants it to sound good. She's going to be listening. You know what I mean? It actually made me stressed out. I'm like, I'm getting stressed out. This is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be fun. We're talking culture. We're having fun.
Well, maybe there's a little jealousy.
Yeah, there could be a little jealousy. Yeah, I don't want this to cause problems at home. You know what I mean? So we'll do the best we can.
You guys are helping me. This is really good.
All right, good.
You're giving me street cred.
And thank you for Hacks. Honestly, it's great. It's one of the best things that's happened on TV in a very long time.
That's
so I'm
great.
glad.
Thank you very much for watching it. Honestly,
I'm glad you guys wrapped it up when the time was. You're smart.
Thank you. I appreciate that because so many people are like, "Why are you doing this?" So it's really nice to hear that. I appreciate the.
No, bro. You gotta go.
You
with
never
your
want
gut.
a seventh heaven out, right?
No, molest? You mean molest? No.
Yeah.
I do not want to molest at all. Just to be clear,
syndication's not worth it.
No molesting.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Paul.
All right. Thank you guys.
See you later, man. Have a good one.
Later.
Later.